All right, what's up, yins, guys? And do another video for you. I just saw an article somebody sent me on Facebook, and it's like I couldn't believe this. Autistic dude working at Applebee's, and Applebee's is one of the the more expensive. I don't say the most. Correct myself there, but it's one of the more expensive places to eat. I've eaten their food before. It's pretty good. But I read this article. It's like they didn't pay the dude for a year. This autistic dude. I guess he had a lot of enthusiasm and as far as going to work and all that, and he worked there for a year. I know the parents complained about it, and they finally cutting him a check for a pretty good amount of money. But according to one article I read, they're giving him this much, but the parents say they owe him this much. They're trying to still get out of it and give him less. But how in the hell does an employer get out of paying somebody even though they're autistic? Yeah, take advantage of it. It almost looks to me, first impression, that they're taking advantage of somebody because they're mentally challenged or artistic or retarded or whatever you kind of call it. But yeah, of course, I'm not. Autistic is not retarded, but I'm saying anything in that category. Last I looked, that's actually against the law, but people still try to pull that. And not paying them for a year. I know parents complain about it, but how do they get away with it for a whole year how do they get away with that for a whole year before they decide to cut them a check, period? I mean, that's taking advantage. I mean, what kind of decent people do that? You know what I mean? That shit ain't right. But as it is, the rest of us folks, if you work for any agencies or something, I wanted to say in a separate video that some people think the rest of us are either retarded or mentally challenged, and some employers will try to take us for fools, think we're stupid. I work for places where they paid me this much an hour, working at a particular place. Then I get laid off from it. Then they bring me back. But there's a technicality of the different position they stick you in when they bring you back, especially if you work for an agency or if you got hired on with the company. But there's cases where I had happened to me, which I let it be because I liked the people in the place and nobody gave me no shit. And then the kind of work I was doing, I mean, I even did my exercise videos at lunchtime and different things like that. I was able to go up in the areas of this factory part of the work before I did the groundskeeping. But I did the stuff up there and did the custodial cleaning, industrial cleaning too. I like that. I mean, nobody in my way or giving me any shit, and then I got the job done. But anyway, it was like they laid me off and they put me back. They called me back, but to work in just the factory and not outside. So they paid me $12 an hour at first, but then when they brought me back after laying me back, paying me only $9. And I kind of told them politely about it and things like that. I didn't care for it, but there's technical things people could get away with it, and it's a type of, you could kind of cry discrimination or whatever. I mean, if say somebody was paying you so much to start with, but there's so many technicalities, they can bring you back and pay you less, which I think is bullshit. That I think that's whether you're black or white. If somebody puts you into a place, lays you off, brings you back, and then pays you less, because they got that technicality, different things pay different wages or whatever too. But in that line of work I was doing, some people can use you for a while, then lay you off, and sometimes you don't always go back to the same place. Anyway, sometimes you'll get sent to some other place. Some of it will suck, and some of it might be pretty cool. And there's different pay rates, and you got to watch your money and all that stuff too. But yeah, there's shit like that as it is. I was going to do a separate video on that, but yeah, there is things as it is. What my point is, there's things as it is that people will take it that you're stupid, either mentally challenged or like you're retarded. And some cases that, if you're only good in my case, if they were bringing me back and they were going to need me only for a while anyway, I just, fuck it. I mean, I like the area going around in there, and I wasn't rushed to do anything real you know, hard or real fast or anything, and I got everything done. So put it that way. I mean, I like the idea. I mean, you could have advantages there too. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, give me an area where I got to do something. Be in charge of certain grounds, or like inside or outside industrially, where a big area to roam and you're cleaning and doing all kind of stuff, and dealing with people at a minimum, only the people that you get along with the best, and avoid others. Avoid talking about politics or religion if you can. That's about the best you could do. But yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. But yeah, even though I got off the subject, that's basically what I'm saying. But, all right.